Hello and welcome to another episode of Game on Onesies. I'm Slash Raptor and this is Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if I kept the video. I don't think I did. I'm recording all of these in quick succession before I actually get around to editing them. And one of the videos I did was me trying to catch chocobos earlier, and I wasn't having very much luck, so I don't think I kept the video. But in that video, I stated that the creatures around the Medial area, the chocobos there, are the best. That's wrong. There's actually... the best ones are in a very small section of Icicle Inn, because there's only one set of tracks that's accessible with the airship. And in there is the only place in the game where you can find wonderful chocobos. But the majority of the time, you're going to find weak chocobos, which are the worst ones. So after a little bit of researching, I'm pretty sure I found out which ones to look for. You want to look for an enemy encounter where you have two jumping rabbits and a chocobo in the middle. If you catch a chocobo in any other kind of enemy encounter while running around in the Icicle Inn area near the footprints, you're not going to get a wonderful chocobo. And I think after a little bit of time, I finally have 3 wonderful ones. So let's go into the stalls here, and I'm going to see how things do. As you can see here, I've been doing quite a lot of stuff. I actually have 2 chocobo things. This one I finally mastered because I realized that the chances of finding chocobos is better the more you have on. And I don't know if having a second one on will do anything, but I did master this one, so that helps. And I've got everyone's ultimate weapons. I'm doing pretty good. I even ended up winning the W summon materia. I'm not really using it, but I have it. See, it's right here. And then I also have the W item materia, which is right here. The W item materia, I think you find that in the Crash Gelnica or somewhere. And it basically just lets you use 2 items at once. And then the same thing goes for the W summon. It lets you use 2 summons at once. So I think ideally what you're going to want to do is have W summon and then have someone use Knights of the Round, and then on every other turn have another player mime Knights of the Round. And then I need something like Final Attack, because as soon as you die, then it'll cast whatever materia it's paired with, and if you make that be revived, then you'll come back. So there's a lot of combinations and things like that I need to think about, and I'm sort of gathering them all. I don't know if you absolutely need Knights of the Round, but as far as I can tell, Knights of the Round is the only one that you absolutely need a gold chocobo for. The other ones you can get with a combination of green chocobos and black chocobos and the airship. So first I'm going to focus on actually getting some chocobos that are decent. How many stables do I have? I think I have 3. I'm just going to go buy 1 more just to be on the safe side, because I know that I need to have 2 chocobos. These ones that I'm catching now, I think are going to be the parents. No, I guess no, it doesn't matter. I just need 2. Yeah. Okay, take care of my chocobos. Chocobo stables, rent it. I think that's my 4th one. Okay. So let's go over here, and then we'll make sure that we actually have wonderful chocobos, and then he'll tell us whether they're male or female too. Welcome. Okay. Moving chocobos. I've done this enough now that I know which ones it is. This is a wonderful chocobo. Yes. This is a wonderful chocobo. Yes. This is a wonderful... Okay, so I have 3. Cool. Alright. So let's put this one in the stable, put it in, then give chocobo male a name. Okay, so let's call him... because it sounds like chocolate, so let's name this one... Reese, after Reese's Pieces. I don't actually like Reese's Pieces, or peanut butter, rather, but I'll name him Reese after chocolate because choco, as in chocolate. Okay, so select, and now let's see. Do I have any female ones? I'm gonna need a female, obviously, because there's no dittos in here. So let's see, is this a male one? Let's put it in. Oh, this is a female. Okay, so let's call her Kit Kat. So delete these, and then we need Kit Kat. Is there a hyphen in Kit Kat? I don't think so. I'll just... Oh, there's not enough room anyway. So I'll just do Kit Kat, like that. Select. Okay, So then, this other guy, I might as well just put him in there just to be on the safe side. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but we'll see. He'll tell me whether it is. Put it in. This is a girl too. Okay, so let's call her Mars. Doesn't really... no. How about... what kind of name can I give Coffee? I don't know. Coffee, like Crisp. Coffee Crisp. No. There's not a lot of chocolate bars that sound like they're females. I'll just call her Sweet. Because I'm blanking. Okay, so I know that you need a specific kind of nut. I think it's the carob nut. And you get those from those weird creatures that I was mentioning in the battle arena. The ones that have 333,333 life. Although in the battle arena they actually have more than that. But in the wild they have that. And you find them in the grass patches around the Icicle Inn area as well. So I've been running into a bunch of those, and I have like 10 carob nuts, and I've got a bunch of Reagan greens, and I know that you also need something called a Zeo nut. So let's see. What the walkthrough book says. Okay. Once you have a selection of quality chocobos, you'll want to feed and train them. Chocobos eat greens, which can be found in the wild or purchased from Chocobilly and the Chocobo Sage. Greens raise one or several of a chocobo's stats. These stats include speed, intelligence, stamina, and attitude. Speed makes it faster, intelligence, it can pace itself better, stamina, it can push harder for longer, and then the attitude is its behavior. So I have Reagan greens, which raise speed and stamina. Okay. Higher quality greens provide more of an increase than cheaper greens, but they cost more. You can expect to feed some chocobos as much as 500,000 gil worth of greens. Check out the various greens and what they do. Okay, so the Silkis greens increase speed and intellect. Okay. So the Silkis greens are the best because they increase everything. So I'm going to go have to buy some of those. But the Reagan greens are what I've been using to catch them, but they only increase 2 of the stats. But I found that the Silkis greens actually didn't work as well as the Reagan greens in my catching. I found that I would give them a Silkis green, and then the chocobo would be finished eating it within like 2 seconds, even though it's more expensive. I found that the Reagan greens, they eat for quite a long time, and it makes it really easy to kill the enemies, especially when I'm going to areas where I can one-shot everything. Yeah, so the Icicle Inn area is the only place in the game where you can find wonderful chocobos, but the majority of them are going to be weak. So you have to be looking for an enemy group where there's 2 of those jumping rabbits with carrots that they attack you with. If you find a chocobo that's in the middle of 2 of those jumping rabbits, it's a wonderful chocobo. And I think that's the only combination of enemies that you can find there that will actually give you a wonderful chocobo. And I know this from experience because I actually ended up catching like 40 chocobos and they were all weak. And then I'm like, why are they all weak? It says right here that I can catch wonderful. So then I looked it up online and figured that out. So, let's see. What do I want to do? I guess I want to go buy some more greens. And then I'll start breeding these guys. So, let's go down here. And I'll go over this way, and then we'll hop into the airship, and we go this way, because the Chocobo Sage is also up near Icicle Inn. Lots of things seem to be near Icicle Inn. Speed this up a little bit. Okay, so that's too far. So this is Icicle Inn, and then the Chocobo Sage is right over here, and you can tell because it's like the only patch of green anywhere around it. So then let's have you sell me. Well, actually, let me see if I have anything I can get rid of first. No, I need all this. Okay, so let's have you take like 44 of these greens, because I'm probably not going to need them as much anymore. So I'll have you do that, and then I'll buy Silkus greens. Yeah, see here, these Reagan greens, even though they're not the most expensive, are at the bottom of the list because reasons. Maybe it's a glitch or something, but I found that the Reagan greens last a lot longer than the Silkus greens. But I'm going to buy some Silkus greens because they're the ones that raise more stats. And I'm loaded in money because I've been selling a lot of my mastered materia, because every time you create a materia, it spawns another one. And especially at the point in the game that I'm at right now, I don't really need the effects of all that much. So I was doing a lot of grinding to level up my Chocobo materia, the one that attracts the Chocobos, because I recently learned that the higher the percentage of that, the better the chances are that you're actually going to find Chocobos. So this one is mastered, and then it spawned this new one. I don't know if having two of them equipped at the same time accomplishes anything. I think maybe it just might be just the one, but I have 2-1 just in case. And it also gives Vincent +2 to luck. And I don't think I'm going to be using Vincent much longer because he kind of sucks. I know that his weapon is based on the amount of enemies he's killed, and it's like a combined total of all the limits of all the limit kills that he would have gotten throughout the game. But you have to get into like the 500-600s before you're even going to notice like an amount of damage. And he only ever got like less than 100 to unlock both of his limit levels. So I would need a ridiculously large amount of kills with Vincent. And I can't even control him when he uses his limits. So as cool as he is, I don't think I'm going to use him. Orville's awesome. He, I think his weapon, the Venus Gospel, I think his is MP, and then Cloud's is HP. And I think Barrett is probably my second best guess, and his I think is also MP. But I haven't really been noticing that he's that strong. I was using him earlier, but... Okay, so let's go feed some greens to these people. Okay, so... Kit Kat, female, class C. Okay, so it tells you right here. Can I feed them myself, or does he have to do it? Okay, so he's the male, and this is a female. So let's have Kit Kat and Reese be the two that I'll go after right now. Welcome. Okay, feeding Chocobos. Let's do Silkus greens. Which Chocobo are you going to feed it to? Let's give it to Reese, and I'll give him 3. Yeah. Speed plus, stamina plus, intelligence plus. They're getting along better. Yay! Alright, now let's feed... Kit Kat. The reason why I'm making this video is because I want to make sure that I can prove to you guys that I am actually going after a gold Chocobo the proper way. Because I did a video where I was trying to challenge Ruby Weapon. In the Omnislash Battle Arena video, I talked about how if I used the God mode against the Ruby Weapon, that I could theoretically kill it because it would never kill me. And I tried, and it almost worked, but it's not a foolproof plan because the God mode only weakness is that if you take all of your hit point damage in one attack, it can't bring you back. So for a long time, I was going, and I had used Omnislash like 23 times, and then all of a sudden, I think it critical hitted me for 999,000 damage, and I died. And then I had to start all over again. It was so close. I knew that I knew that it has 800,000 HP, and that on average, with every individual attack in Omnislash, Cloud was averaging about 3,000. So I did the math and was figuring out how many times I would have to hit it, and I hit it about 23 times when I died. So I think I am going to have to get a gold Chocobo and do it properly, because I need to be able to rely on more than just one character, and I can't rely on the God mode to keep me alive because it can only heal you if you survive every single hit, and there's no guarantee that I would have. So, let's do Kit Kat, and we'll give her 3, and then that will be good. Speed plus, stamina plus, intelligence plus, they're getting along better. Okay, so I'm going to be working at this for quite a while, so I'll let you guys go for now. Okay, so here I am with an update on the Chocobo breeding situation. I ended the previous episode, because I wasn't sure how long it was going to go, so I'm just going to add this to the end of the first one. So I have now officially got 4 Chocobos. I went and caught another wonderful one, and now I've got 2 pairs of male and female, and all 3 of them have been fed 3 greens each. I just came back to the Chocobo stage because it dawned on me that I was going to need a lot more than what I had. So now I'm going to need some Zeo nuts, and I think you get them from an island that should be somewhere over here. I think it's this one. It's called Goblin Island, and you need to steal the Zeo nuts from goblins, just like how you steal the carob nuts from the Vlakerdosses, or whatever they're called. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, and I put Barrett in the party because he's better. And his weapon, I think, is MP based, so should work out pretty good. Yeah, Barrett and Sid, or as I call him, Orville, because he's a pilot and he wants to fly. So, yeah, he's named after Orville, like the Wright brothers, not Orville Redenbacher or Popcorn. May have said that already in a previous video. So, let's go find some goblins, I guess. Oh, is this going to be a goblin? I wonder if there's any other options here. Oh, it's behind me. Ow! Okay, speed up. Let's have it attack Barrett with his Goblin Punch, if he wants to use it. No, don't put him to sleep. Attack him with your Goblin Punch. No, that's the wrong person. Goblin Punch on Barrett. Goblin Punch. Go on, buddy. Do your thing. Goblin Punch him. I shouldn't have to use Manipulate, because I don't have it anymore. I didn't realize what it did, and I sold it, because I was never using it. And it wasn't until then that I realized that it's the only way to get certain enemy skill abilities. Come on, Goblin Punch. There you go. Okay, so now we're gonna steal from him. There's a Zeo Nut, and then he's dead. Alright, now let's just keep doing that until I get a bunch more. Alternatively, they might drop them when you kill them, but it's just as effective to steal them. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay. So let's steal from this one. Oh, couldn't get anything from that one. Steal from this one. Couldn't steal anything. Steal from this one. Still couldn't steal anything. Alright, take one down. Let's try stealing from this one. You can keep doing that forever. It's never going to put him to sleep. He has the ribbon on. What's the matter with these things? Why can't you steal from them? You stole from the first one. My steel needs to be upgraded, it looks like. Just like how the materia needs to be leveled up. Actually, that wouldn't accomplish anything, because that would just make it mug, wouldn't it? There's one. Okay. So I double cut that one, and now steal from this one. Come on, steal. There you go. Die. Alright, so that's 3. And I probably need about another 7. Because I have 10 carob nuts. So I should get another 7 of these. Steal. 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 Got one. Steal from this guy. Steal. 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 Damn it, Barrett, steal. This irks me. Steal. There's one. Okay, so that's 5. 5 more to go. Actually, the racing part might not be too bad. I think I was just overestimating how much work this is going to be. Maybe if their backs are turned to me, it'll be easier to steal from them. Nope. Steal. Stop putting people to sleep. Come on, steal. Come on, Barrett. You can do it. Steal. Damn you. Come on. Okay, fine. Take this one out then, if he's not going to be cooperative. Steal from this guy. Nope. Steal. 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 Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. This is time-consuming. Didn't think it would be this hard. Every time that I did it with the Vlakerdosses, or whatever they're called, I got it almost every time. There's one. Okay, so kill this guy. Now there's one left. If I can get this one, it'll be 7. There it is. Okay, I need 3 more. So, I guess I'll just keep doing this because this is proof that I've been getting them. So I'll see you guys for another update later on my Chocobo breeding situation. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you right back here in the very near future. Peace out. Game on. Blah, blah, blah. See ya.